So, what happens when you're on CD Baby and you release an album? So, I just released my band's third album. It's called Wages of War. Now, album release day is not too exciting on old CD Baby because you got to wait 2-3 weeks, usually 2 or 3 weeks. So, you can say, May 8th is a release day, but it's not, there's nothing to celebrate. You can't send anybody anything. So I didn't make a big video going, hey, everybody, check out my album. Because it'd be like, where? And I'm like, well, nowhere, because CD Baby needs 2 weeks. That's just how it goes. I'm not complaining. It's just how it goes, and I'll show you why in a second. Now you can jump the line, which is only like $25 to jump the line. So I could have did that. But my music I don't make any money at it. The album's not that good, to be frank about it. I kind of just pushed this album into release because I've been working on it for so long. I just couldn't take it anymore. I was just like, let's just be done with it. Let me just show you here. It's just loading. I'm gonna have to wait 2 weeks. So let's see here. There's the album art. Yeah, I just couldn't take it anymore. I'm like, just put it out. I listened to it a few times this week, and I'm like, it's fine. It's fine enough. Let's go to distribution, partner delivery. So here's what we're waiting for. Again, I'm not complaining. I could have waited the $25, but there's nothing for anybody to listen to because this stuff isn't done yet. So here's all the places CD Baby's going to push it to, which is a pretty darn good deal for $10 Canadian or whatever I gave them. They're going to give it to 7 Digital, Amazon Music, AMI, Anghammy, Apple iTunes, Audible Magic, AWA, Boomplay, Deezer, Hungama, iHeartRadio, Claro, In Production or In Producon, KK Box, Quack, Listen, NetEase, New Day, Pandora, Peloton. Oh, that's funny. My stuff's going to be on Peloton. People are going to be on them terrible treadmills listening to my songs as they get their feet sucked into those Pelotons that have actually killed people. Those things are so stupid. It's a freaking $6,000 treadmill for people in California to get their toes cut off with. Quobuzz, 7, Slacker Radio, Spotify, Treble, Tune Global, and YouTube. So, excuse me, CD Baby does a nice job distributing. So they're working on this right now. Now, why do I complain about the 2 weeks? And again, it's reasonable. I only gave them $10. Well, because they have a lot of due diligence to do, like a lot. They have to look at my 12 songs on my crappy album here, and they got to make sure that I'm not ripping off other artists, They got to make sure I don't have some obscene, crazy propaganda. They got to check for swears. They got to submit to all this. So for $10, I mean, what a deal, really, I'm just saying that, the way it works when you release, you can't call a buddy and go, hey, my album's out today. And they're like, well, where can I listen to it? And you're like, nowhere. Check back in 2 weeks. Well, nobody's going to do that. No one's going to go, oh, yeah, I'll remember that, pal. Like, I got nothing better to do with my life than remember that your album might be on 7 Digital and frickin' by mid-June, So, anyway, this is what it looks like in here. Inside CD Baby. So I did a video before. I've been doing this since 2023. I've got, I don't know how many artists, because I'm a record label, not just an individual artist, right? I've made $10. So not even enough to put this album up. In fact, what's weird is I had to give them credit card again. Let me just pop this open real quick here. I had to give them a credit card again to pay for this one. They wouldn't take the money out of my Spotify money that they already owe me. I had to get the credit card out again. So, which is kind of a weird thing. It's like, can't you release this album with the $10 you owe me? But I couldn't find a way to do it. But if you want to know more about CD Baby from a guy who's been doing it longer, and he obviously knows more about it than I do, go check out Mike Forrester at I Love Recording on YouTube. He's had some success. He makes more money than I do on CD Baby, but no, that's how it goes. I just want to let you guys know what to expect once you do release. Once you press that button and pay your money, it's not like, yay, party time. No, it is like, you're going to be a 2-week wait at least. And this is why, is because they have to go through all this partner delivery stuff. But then it's kind of cool. Your stuff will be, your stuff will be on YouTube, your stuff will be on Spotify, your stuff will be on Apple. And so CD Baby does do all the heavy lifting for you. I wouldn't know how to go to each one of these companies. They obviously have an API that they've put together, right? Oh, in terms of social media monetization, I guess it doesn't say it here, but I tell CD Baby to just give her. There's an option for even the free stuff. I'm like, yep, even the free stuff. Submit my crappy album everywhere. So why do I say crappy album? Well, I'm not super happy with my album. But then again, I'm not super happy with any of my albums. That's why it takes me freaking 8 years to put them out, right? I feel like, I'm nowhere near, obviously, at the level of the Rolling Stones, but every Rolling Stones album has about 2 or 3 good songs and then 9 crappy ones. Don't believe me? Go listen to Rolling Stones albums. Their albums are 88% filler, right? So they got the one song that everybody knows, like Satisfaction or this or that, and then it's 88% like, ramblin' blues, chicken foot, shack, poker, it's just like these crappy freaking old, you know what I mean? Like, if it wasn't for the Rolling Stones hits, no one would have heard of them. And I mean, that's a weird thing to say because you can't unmake reality. They do have the hits, but most of their albums are crappy. And I feel the same way with mine. I feel like there's a lot of filler and fluff in my albums. I'm like, I'll put in maybe 3 songs of my own that I really like. And then I don't know. I'm just down on it. I don't know. And I get some feedback. People are like, oh, I like this song. I like that song. I don't know. I just haven't been doing strong albums, but it's upward and onward from here. I've already started my next album. That's probably what the video I'm going to start next. And it's fine. It's fine. I try to make albums like the albums I like. So right now I'm really into Apples in Stereo. I really love some of the Apples in Stereo albums. I like Of Montreal. Always loved Guided by Voices. I've always loved Ween. So I'm just going to try to do better quality and quantity and speed. I'm going to try not to take freaking 8 years or really 15 years since my last album. I'm just going to try not to take 15 years to put the next one out. So, well, anyway, if you guys have any questions about CD Baby or how it works. Oh, funny. I got another YouTube screen going on here and Mike popped up. Check out I Love Recording, aka Mike. I did this video a year ago. Yeah, a year ago. I just happen to have this other screen over here, and I noticed that Mike's on the screen. Mike at I Love Recording. I don't know if I've got his link in the description for you guys. If you're just checking out, if you don't know who Mike is, well, you can find him. He's easy to find. Just Google Mike at I Love Recording. Anyway, that was a bit of an aside here. I just looked over here and happened to see Mike on the screen. Check out I Love Recording, aka Mike Forrester. Anyway, back to this. Yeah, if you have any trouble with the CD Baby thing, you need some help getting through it, because it'll take you 10, 15 minutes to fill out the forms and stuff. Like when you set down the path of putting in your next album or your first album, it ain't just snap, snap, snap. You got to fill out a lot of stuff, right? And I've not even collected any money, so God knows what I got to do when it comes time to get my $10 out of here, which is going to, the pay point's 50. You don't even get paid till 50. So incomplete releases, you can see down here that this one is in queue. That's the one that I just talked about. You can also see, if I go to albums and singles, you can see that I've got Captain's Napoleon's an artist. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a friend of mine. There's 4 albums on here. Doc Woodland's got 1 single on here. Hey Death has got an album on here. Observatory Watchtower 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 albums, EPs, and singles. Pseudostar's got 1 album. Why is it called Pseudostar Digital? That's weird. Oh, it just puts digital on there. Blue Inglews has an album on here. Various artists. That's my compilation. So you'd think I'd be rolling in the dough, but I only have $10. Well, whose fault is that? Well, it's mine. I mean, I don't get any listeners. Nobody's listening to my stuff. Just me and my friends. Me and my friends who make it, and that's good enough. That's all we're looking for. And We just do it for ourselves. We're not a real record label. Let me go to that again. What happens if I go to preview? Oh yeah, and they make you, CD Baby will make you like this little promo webpage thing that you can buy if you want. I wonder if I can listen to these clips right now. So how far, so no, it really is just a view. It was fun. You know what sucks about that? They didn't even play a good part of the song. You know, it's all automated, right? So nobody's like hand picked the best part of the song for you. But anyway, kind of cool that CD Baby also tries to add some promotional stuff for you. But hey, what should I say about that? Oh, like and subscribe to Quest for Gear if you want to. This has just been rambling about what happens when you release an album on CD Baby. So anyway, thanks for hanging out with me. And I think the next video we're going to start talking, we're going to work on the 4th album. It's time to work on that 4th album. All right, thanks for watching.